Hey, what's up everybody? It's David McGill. Now, I'm shooting this video today because I want to address a topic that has come up in 3 out of the last 4 coaching calls that I've had. Now, many of you know when you get your own operating authority, for the first 30, 60, and sometimes 90 days, it's difficult to find brokers who will let you haul their freight for them when you have a new operating authority. Now, what some people have tried to do is come up, with ways to get around that. And one of those ways that I've been hearing a lot of is people are interested in starting their own operating authority and also being leased on to another company to let their operating authority mature and get more time under it so that they can, have more opportunities once they're ready to actually run under their own authority. Now, in this video, I want to talk about, the mechanics of a situation like that. And we're going to answer 2 questions. Like, the first one is it possible to operate under another company's authority while you have your own operating authority? And the second question is it practical? Now, many of you guys know that in order to have your own operating authority, you are going to need to have a truck that has insurance on it that is $750,000 worth of public liability. Now, when you operate under another company's authority, your truck is added to that lessor's company's public liability policy. So let's go ahead and just write that down. So your truck is going to be based on the VIN number, so your VIN number is going to be listed under the lessor's company's public liability. Now, in order for you to have your own operating authority, you're going to need to have that same public liability. Now, with the question of, is it possible? The first thing that I'm wondering is it possible for you to have the same vehicle listed under 2 separate insurance policies? Now, that's going to be something that you can talk to your insurance agent about. However, if you ask me and I have to, just say what I think, I don't think it's possible that you could have double coverage under the same vehicle. And the reason why I don't think that's possible is, what happens if you're leased on to this company and you get into an accident? What public liability insurance is going to cover that accident? Is it going to be the one under your authority, or is it going to be the one under the lessor's authority? And I guess an answer to that, like a possible answer to that, is I guess it would depend on possibly which DOT number you're operating under. Perhaps if you have the DOT number for your lessor's company on the side and you get in an accident, then their public liability insurance will kick in. And if you don't, then yours will. So again, I'm not 100% sure on how that works and if that's possible, but that's something that you'd have to discuss with your insurance agent. So to answer the question, is it possible? I'm just going to say, I don't know. Now for the next question, is it practical? Now, when you're leasing on to another company's authority, most likely they're going to be charging you a percentage of every load that you're hauling under their authority. And that percentage could, it could vary depending on what the terms are, but it could be anywhere from 10 all the way up to 30% of the load. So running under their authority, you're going to be paying, a lease on fee. Now, Now, assuming that you are able to get public liability on the same truck with two different companies, then you're going to have your $750,000 policy under your own DOT number. Well, that insurance, it's not cheap. You know, it could be anywhere from, I've seen it anywhere from $1,200 a month all the way to, you know, $2,500 a month. So going back to my question of, is this practical? Now, if you're just getting started in the business and you're paying 10 to 30% of your load to your lease-on company, and then on top of that, you're spending possibly $2 grand a month on insurance under your own authority as you're letting that season, when you run the numbers, it may not be worth it. It may make more sense to just run under your own operating authority and only work with the brokers who will work with new trucking companies. Now, some people may find that to be difficult. However, like in the description box below, I put a link out there for a free list of brokers who will work with companies who have brand new operating authorities. So just make sure you check your numbers to verify that it makes sense to lease on to a company and pay their fees while still maintaining your insurance for your operating authority, instead of just running under your operating authority and just gritting it out and toughing it out for the first couple of months until you get some authority time, you know, under your DOT number. So with answering the second question of, is this situation practical? I'd say no, it's not. So hopefully this made sense to you guys, and hopefully you found it helpful. For more information, just look down in the description box below. If you have any comments, just leave them in the comments section also. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you know anybody else who could benefit from this information, please share this video with them also. Thanks again for watching.